Call our June 26th Jackson County Commission meeting to order. We'll have our roll call.
It's your trouble, man.
Mr. Mr. Benson.
President.
Mr.
Your
Reeves
problem.
Gilbert.
Present.
Mr. Morgan says present. Chairman also present.
And we do have a quorum present. We'll have our invocation by Mr. Porter and our pledge by Mr. Benson.
God our Father, we're blessed and we're so thankful to be here today. We're thankful for weather that you've given us and the great sunshine that we've had the last few days and the rain before that. God, we're blessed to live in this country. We're thankful for our freedom, thankful for the chance to meet together and to discuss the matters involving this county and the people of this county. We pray for your continued blessings on us. We're thankful for the men and women in the armed services today that risk their lives for us, and those that have served before, those that have given the ultimate sacrifice. We're thankful for them, so we can have these freedoms that we enjoy. Watch over us, God, and direct us every day. In Christ's name.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item is approval of the agenda. We have 8 items on the agenda. Are there any changes before we proceed? Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Make a motion.
Motion. Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. We have no awards or presentations. I'm going to sign up for public comments. I don't believe we have any minutes from previous meetings at this time. No old business. We'll move on to new business. And the first item is to approve the July monthly meeting schedule. We do have a community meeting in Bridgeport on July 10th. And due to the holiday and due to that community meeting, I think we'd like to request that we have only a work session and regular meeting on July 17th and 24th. And my understanding is in order to do that, we'd have to vote on that to make that happen, correct? If we forego the first 2 meetings of the month.
You're not going to meet on next week because of the holiday.
Right.
And then the next week you'll have a community meeting.
Right.
Yeah, you need to go ahead and approve that schedule.
Okay. So any questions or comments on this schedule as presented?
So you're saying on the 10th, we're just going to do the community meeting, no other business?
Correct. Any questions or comments? Okay, do we have a motion to approve the July meeting schedule?
I'll make a motion for it.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Thanks. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. Okay. Next item is motion to approve and amend the county park lease agreement. This is an amendment to the restaurant building. There's some upgrades that were required by the county to do in this building, or that would, I guess, be the responsibility of the county. In order to make that happen, we do need to amend this agreement. This is only has to do with items that deal with the physical structure of the building, the utilities inside the building. There are no ongoing costs for this, and it's nothing that can be removed from the building afterwards. So that's why we're seeking the amendment to this agreement. So questions or comments on this item?
What date were we going to decide to do this? Am I missing?
Yeah, there's no amount on this. It would just be,
Just agreement?
Right.
This is just upgrades on the infrastructure deal, what it amounts to.
Yeah, if there are some that are required that we deem necessary.
Yeah.
It doesn't require us, as I understand it, allows us.
And you discussed this with him?
Yes. So questions or comments? We have a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
Motion and a second.
I said that.
Okay, motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. Okay, next item is motion to approve the certification incentive program. This has been presented, I think, a couple times before. We did receive an email Friday with some additional suggested changes. Those have not been added at this point. I do think that's something that we need to look at, but we'll discuss thoughts on this, on where we need to proceed, how we need to proceed.
I would like to put this off for one more meeting, table it. I have real difficulty with us doing something that affects a small amount of employees when we haven't been able to do anything for all the employees for quite a while. And I'd just like to entertain the thought on something that we might be able to do for all employees.
Okay.
I'm with
So,
Jason, I'd rather have a little more update on it. See what's gonna, process might be for helping each other.
Not jump into anything just yet.
Yeah, a little more.
you wanna make a motion,
Make a motion to table it,
designated date, or?
till we can have discussions on all employees.
Okay. Don't have a motion
Table
to
the next
table.
work session. So we'll do it.
Tentatively, we'll have a table until budget meeting probably. So we have a motion to table, we have a second. Okay, any further discussion on this? Motion and a second, all in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. Okay. Next item, motion to approve the business privilege tax agreement with the city of Scottsboro. Mr. Porter, do you care to share this?
I don't mind, you all should have seen it, had plenty of time to look at it. This is a compromise after a number of meetings between county officials and city officials to come up with something that everybody can live with. This is what everybody has agreed to, is at least to put on paper for determination and consideration by the county and the city council. And basically gives them 1 year back to be designated for specific purposes of business, commercial, industrial. So that's basically what it is. Rather than continuing to argue and litigate about this, we sort of decided it would be best to reach a compromise if we can.
I think this was presented last week. Our copy was presented. Are there any questions or comments, further questions or comments on this? My understanding is the city's ready to move forward with this as well. So we have a motion to approve the agreement. Motion, we have a second. Okay, any further discussion or questions? All in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. Okay, next item is motion to approve the corrected organizational chart for Public Works. You have a copy of the letter and a copy of the organizational chart in your packets. What's that? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh, yes, I did.
Staple to the back of
I'm sorry.
the memorandums right down there.
Okay. Okay, so yes, item number 5, thank you, sir. Motion to approve the donated funds for Jackson County Park. I believe we discussed this last week as well.
Staple to the back of what we just did.
The request from Mr. Barnes regarding where he'd like to utilize those dollars. So are there any further questions or comments on that? We have a motion to accept his recommendation on the use of those dollars.
Doesn't.
Mr. Guthrie?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second? Motion and a second. Any further discussion on this item? All those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. Okay. Next item is motion to approve the corrected Public Works Department organizational chart. Again, you have that in the letter in your packets, as presented last week as well. Are there any further questions on this item?
How long has Mr. Davis been holding this job?
He's one of our longer term employees. I have to look back to see the hire date.
Any other
A
questions?
long time, I can tell you that.
Or so he's working there with CR now, right?
Yes, it's not before.
Any other questions or comments? We have motion to accept this change or correction.
I'll make a motion.
Second the motion.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. Next item is a motion to approve the litigation insolvents for the year 2016. I did my best to try to explain this. Do you have any?
This is formality, we do it every year. It's legally, but it's all the personal property businesses that are closed or we couldn't collect on for whatever, so we have to do this every year. Litigation would be if somebody's property taxes not paid before they're in court in litigation. So they've not paid this year, so we have to advertise them.
Okay. So questions or comments on that? And we do this the same time every year, too.
Not knowing anything about this jail, that's just one that has, the lane is still out there. And you
Well,
couldn't
if you have a business and you turn a personal property return in, so you owe personal property taxes. If you don't pay those personal property taxes, then either I'm supposed to go out and padlock it, sell the equipment, whatever I can do. But then you take all these little businesses that maybe they do vinyl siding, maybe they work out their truck. There's nothing for us to go out and get and sell, so you have to close the books. So you have to advertise that as insolvent. You couldn't collect. So that's what that is. And then, like I said, the litigations would be anybody if it's a court case, if somebody doesn't pay because they're in litigation for that year, then we have to zero out our balance. So we have to advertise those litigations and insolvents every year.
Now, what is soldier? What does that represent? This soldier from here. What, the word soldier, what does that represent? Where it says general, that's so many dollars, and soldier, and
Oh yeah,
student.
that's where the money's in. The state soldier, it goes way back to. I can get you more documentation on it, but it's just we send so much to the general fund, so much to the road and bridge, so much to state school, state soldier. It's just one of those. I didn't realize it was on the paper over there.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, do we
Make a motion to approve it.
have a motion to approve? Do we have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Opposed say no. Okay. Final item is county board appointments. We have 911 board. We have 3 vacancies and we have 4 individuals that have applied. You'll notice that the vacancies are for Jan Kinnison, Steve Helms, and Doug Sisk. Mr. Sisk did not reapply to be reappointed. The other 2 did, and we have 2 additional ones you'll see in the letters following. A Gray, a Tyler, Kinnison, and Helms are the 4 that have applied. So if we're prepared this evening, we can open the floor for nominations for an appointment for these 3 positions. So at this time, we'll open the floor for nominations for appointment to these positions.
I'd like to nominate Marty Gray.
Have a nomination for Gray. Do we have any other nominations?
Nominate Doug Sears.
He did not
I
reapply.
did not.
Steve Helms staying on, right?
If we reappoint,
Nominate Steve Helms.
we have a nomination for Mr. Helms. Do we have any other nominations?
And is Tennyson on to stay on?
Yes.
I'll nominate her.
Nomination for Ms. Kinnison. Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Okay, we'll close the nomination process. Since we have 3 nominations and 3 positions vacant, we can approve these all together or individually, so entertain a motion however we want to proceed.
Motion to approve them all together.
Okay, motion to appoint all 3 members that were nominated. Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. Okay. And congratulations, those members. We will get letters out to them regarding their continued term. You'll notice on these seats, again, Jackson County Personnel Board still looking for individuals to serve there. And the Healthcare Authority, we have one current vacancy, and we've got 3 that'll be up in September, so we will need to take those, at least in August.
And we have one letter on the Jackson Healthcare, right?
Correct.
Hospital.
Yeah, one so far.
Right.
I think I've heard of a couple more supposed to be turning in.
All right, any further questions or comments on those? Okay, that concludes the items on our agenda, so I'll move on to our reports. Mr. Manning, do you have anything? Mr. Campbell? Mr. Porter? Mr. Venable?
Happy 34th July.
Thank you, Mr. Sis.
I'll say the same as he did, and then remember one of the ones that gave her life for her freedom.
Everybody else get our community meeting July the 10th at 5:30. I just don't think that works.
Put this on the work session. July 10th at 5:30 at,
The community center, senior center.
Senior center. I don't know what they call it, though.
I know.
they've got 2 different pieces here. We've got a flyer out on it, right?
Yes, well, there's one, on social media.
Okay. All right, that concludes everything for this evening, so with that, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Motion, or a second?
Second the motion.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Those opposed say